Hey everybody, it's Karen Morian, President of United Faculty of Florida. This is my re-election campaign video. I don't know about y'all, but I am so zoomed out, so thank you very much for spending 5 more minutes looking at a computer screen in order to watch this video. I also want to thank Andrew Gothard for running against me. I personally am a big believer in democracy, and I think all of our elections should be challenged every time at every level. And so I challenge you to run for something. Thank you, Andrew. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the experience I had before I became president. I was fortunate enough that I found a full-time job at Florida State College at Jacksonville a number of years after the faculty there had done the hard work that so many of you have done to start a new chapter. And so I walked right into a union contract, and that's just luck that you can't even imagine. So I wanted to let you know that I immediately got engaged. I became a senator and served on the executive committee there. I went through NEA's Higher Ed Leadership Academy in order to learn more about how unions work and what we can do to build our collective power. And then I ran and was elected president twice of my chapter. After a year's sabbatical, I came back to the Senate and I ran for vice president of the College Bargaining Council and was elected there. And so began my work at the state level on the steering committees and the budget committees. And so all of that sort of led me through stepping stones up to becoming president. I wanted us to increase our political power, and I know this year that's not a particularly popular phrase, but if you remember, a lot of our funding comes from the state legislature. Our rights come from state and federal laws, and the regulations they want to impose on us coming out of the legislature is something we've had to deal with for several years. This year, they're even messing with our retirement and our ability to have members join our union. And so all of that is ongoing. I'm very proud of the work that we've been doing. We've had more people writing to their legislators or calling their offices when we ask them to this year than we ever have before. And part of that is that increased communications network. I created lobbying trainings a couple years ago that I did with FEA as well as our own members. And we've been sending our people for a couple years now to the AFL-CIO's Working Family Lobby Corps. Some of you may have been in Tallahassee. Some of you may be going to Zoom in this year, or call in. I appreciate all that work that you're doing. The power of our numbers is beginning to show. I want to say that while I think we've accomplished a lot in the last few years, I do know our work this last year was slowed down by COVID because we immediately had to pivot to deal with the pandemic, to deal with school closings and how to reopen safely. And so I formed a task force. Most of them were people that I had met and knew through networks of affiliate organizations and community organizations around the state. And so we put together a task force. I met with national and international leaders. I was on a Zoom call once with people from Korea, China, Italy, Spain, and the UK all at once with people across the state. And so I collected the best information we could get back in May on what science knew and what public health officials around the world were telling us. And I presented that to our task force, and they went to work, had their meetings, sent their notes back to me, and I crafted the 13-page document that is on our website now. So all of you had the opportunity, hopefully, to take that to your administrations to start impact bargaining and to start including some of those protections for your members and for our members. So COVID slowed down a lot of the ambitions that I had for our union, but so did the fact that I teach at a college with a heavy teaching load, 10 classes in 2 semesters, and for 3 years I've had no release time. Finally, this January, I've been provided with release time, and it was just in time to start the legislative work for this year. So it's been already 2 full months that we've been meeting with people, that we've been fighting bad bills, that we've been testifying up in Tallahassee and turning our members out. And so that, I think, is going very well this year now that I have more time to devote to that. And I think I've demonstrated my commitment to our members and their interests for 3 years. And I've put in the hard work to empower our profession, our members, and public higher ed in Florida. And so I ask for your vote. Thank you. Enough. Turn off your computers, and I will see you soon.